She walked into the courtroom convinced that probation was the worst possible outcome she might face, her mind already rehearsing the relief she would feel when the judge handed down what she thought would be a light sentence, maybe a stern warning, some restrictions, or community service, but certainly not prison. She believed the justice system would once again go easy on her, just as it had done before. What she didn't understand was that her repeated defiance of the court's mercy had finally caught up with her. This was not the first time she had stood before a judge. Her record was thick with violations, fraud, reckless behavior, broken promises, and multiple chances wasted. Each time she had been shown leniency, she had walked away convinced she had beaten the system, only to repeat the same reckless mistakes again. On this day, the prosecution laid out the story with precision, recounting every charge, every violation of probation, and every victim who had been harmed by her actions. They painted a picture not of a misunderstood young woman, but of someone who treated the law as a game. Her lawyer fought to soften the image, portraying her as someone who needed guidance, not punishment, but the evidence told another story, and the judge was no longer willing to ignore it. He leaned forward, his tone firm, his words deliberate, reminding her that she had been given chance after chance, reminding her of the lives affected by her choices, and warning her that probation had been her last opportunity, one she had thrown away. The smirk that had carried her into the courtroom began to fade, her confidence replaced by unease, her eyes darting nervously as the reality of the situation grew heavier with each passing second. And then it happened. The sentence came down like a hammer striking steel: 5 years in state prison. The words seemed to hang in the air, sharp and final, cutting through her denial. She froze, her body stiff, her eyes wide in disbelief. Probation. That dream vanished instantly. She had walked in thinking she would walk back out the same day, free and smug, but instead, she was staring at half a decade behind bars. Tears welled up, her hands trembled, and as the bailiffs approached to place her in handcuffs, the weight of her actions came crashing down all at once. Shackles clicked around her wrists, and she was led out of the courtroom, her arrogance broken, her confidence shattered. In that moment, she finally realized the truth. The system had been merciful long enough, and now it had chosen to be just. Probation had been a possibility once, but she had wasted that chance, and the consequence was 5 long years of lost freedom, a lesson she would never forget. Do you want me to stretch this even further into a full 4 to 5 minute courtroom narration script, with more dramatic pauses, inner thoughts, and detailed background, so it's ready for a long YouTube video?